Oh, sorry. Come back to me. Come back to me. See what we got going on here. Nope, not that one. Am I live? Yep, I'm live. Okay. Whew. Had it going good. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Susan. My phone just dropped the live. Just like, poof, it went away. That was so weird. Wait till a couple of you more come back in. Yes, I'm back, Susan. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. This is bugging me. Hello. Hopefully everybody will find their way back to me. Thank you, Darla. Yep, we're back. So I'm just going to put some decoupage on the backs of my little watermelon. And then I'll decoupage the whole thing when it's dry. These are a little bit bigger than I thought they would be. Well, I got a phone call. I forgot to put me on Do Not Disturb. And the phone call, I think, disconnected. Oh, great, Kim. Thank you. So we're just putting some watermelon little pictures that I printed out and cut out. We're just going to decoupage them on. But I am so sorry. You're so funny. Okay. So I'm just decoupaging the paper because then after they dry, we'll put a whole thing on there. Oh, cool. It is really pretty weather here today. Really pretty. I hear lots of motorcycles going by. I live right on a state route that comes into town. And so our street is very busy. You might have heard sirens if sometimes when I'm live, you know, it doesn't stop because Jeanette's live. But I'm right on the path for all of the yeah. All the fire trucks and 79 there. It's 70 here. If it could stay this warm, it'd be okay. Hi, Sandy. Hope everybody finds their way back over here. See if... Hopefully Tracy found me again. Oh, it's 39 in North Dakota. Ooh, that's cold. It's been that way down here. I'm in Ohio. And it's been a little chilly. So let's just see where... Where? I know, Linda. It kind of dropped me. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute here. It was like, how rude. Make sure that I am There we go. Okay. 87. Oh, hey, Lori. In West Texas. So here's what we're doing right now. We're putting on some watermelon on my clay pot. I know everybody lost me. So I'm just decoupaging them on individually, and then we'll get a group one on there. See if I can fit another one of these in here. I don't know. See, I got 2 more little slices. That's the way it's been here, Susan. It's like, come on, Mother Nature, get your stuff together, because it hurts the arthritis. Hey, Debbie. These are so little, pretty easy to get the air bubbles out. See if I can fit one more on there. Yep, okay. One more. How do you get blocked from sprinkling? I've never had that. I've been uploading all my stuff to YouTube. Sorry, Mr. Facebook, but, you know, girls gotta do what girls gotta do. Ooh. Oklahoma always seems to get, like, I don't know, like, what's coming from the west and what's coming from the east. Oklahoma just seems to be the middle ground. So I'm just going to dry these a little bit, and then we'll put a coat all over it. I just printed these off on my laser printer onto rice paper. My printer is so particular. Oh, it's okay, honey. That's what I hate. I don't say hate. Yes, you get everything. It's aggravating for a lot of people that, you know, Mr. Faces isn't consistent. So I tell everybody, if I'm supposed to be live and I'm not, I'm probably on YouTube, because if Mr. FB is down, I'm going elsewhere. So we're just going to put a coat of decoupage over everything. Because even though this is the matte, if you don't put it everywhere, you'll be able to tell. There's just a little bit of a sheen to show where you had Mod Podged and where you didn't. Hi, Mary Schneider. How are you? A hole being there is right handy. So now we've got a good layer on here. If you were going to put your pot outside, you could use like the microwave or the dishwasher Mod Podge. You'll stick with hurricanes. You're nuts. Of course, hurricane, tornado, you know. One's with water. They're both with wind. Depending on how powerful of a tornado, it could be equally as damaging. I've been through an F4 and I still remember that as a kid. It was scary. All right. I had a couple left. Might put them on the glass. But here's what we got so far. Isn't that cute? Okay, we're going to dry it real quick. Woo! Stuck my hand in some. I've never been in a hurricane or near a hurricane. We had some bad storms come through here. I've got one of those trees that has the pods on it. I forget what kind of tree it is. But I had already raked everything up, and then the wind come through, and I had to rake up again. I'm like, come on. Okay. It's not all the way dry, but it's dry enough for what we need. So now we're going to take an ivy bowl. You can get the ones that don't have the lid or the wavy part. You can use them, but this stays on better if you get the top one. You talking to me, Irma? I haven't been thrifting. I need to go thrifting. Okay, so I'm going to paint the bottom, but I don't know if I want green or red. Let's put on E6000. But if I missed you, hello. I have a clip on here, so it makes it to where it wants to come out really good. I need to back that off a little bit. Because it wants to shove it out. Here, let's just put that there. I need to back that off. Yeah, at least you know a hurricane's coming. Sometimes you don't know about oh, I forgot to turn that on, darn it. You don't know about tornadoes. They just all of a sudden hit. I'm just like my dad, though. We grew up in a trailer, but he had hurricane straps down in concrete. But he would walk the trailer up and down, up and down. You get used to the weather and how it progresses when it's tornado season. Okay, got that going on. Well, while we got it, I gotta paint this first. What color should we paint the top? Red or green? Red or green? Whatever we paint the top, the opposite will be down here at the bottom of the pot. So we want red or green. Whoever answers first, that's who I'm going with. I'm going to paint this little knob. It's one of the ones that's actually to have a screw in the bottom. That's okay, Irma. Hello. Yeah, I haven't been thrifting lately. I was looking at seeing if there was any auctions coming up. My mom, she was an antique store owner. She's retired now. But she would go when there was, Lori says red. So we're going to paint the top red. Put that over there to dry. Don't fall off. Okay. She would go in and just offer them, not like necessarily the outside, but she would just offer them a flat rate for or ask them what they would take for the contents of the house. If it had antiques and stuff. And then that's how she got a lot of her stuff. So that way you didn't have to go through the whole auction. And, it saves the family time, saves just everybody time to focus on other things. I mean, she's gotten diplomas, so a lot of the stuff that I've sold lately, that's where it came from, was my mom's. Because she's like, just sell it. Because she knows crafters what they're going to do with it. I'm like, well, Mom, you know what they're going to do? She goes, just don't tell me. It's hard sometimes, like the music I've been selling. Some of it's really old. But, at least we're not putting it in the landfill. So there's our red. get that drying. Our red lid. Then we'll do a green stripe on the bottom. She had so many books. I started cleaning up some stuff that I have in my dining room. I have my mantle is just full of stuff. And it's too full. I need to get rid of some of it. Aw, that's sad. Yeah, I've got, now some of my stuff is sentimental. My mom gave me, it's stuff that when great-great-great-grandparents passed, she had gotten back. I'm just going to eyeball this to put the knob on here. Come on. That might be too much. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it breaks my heart when people throw that stuff away. But I've got, I guess it was customary that you buy your grandparents candlestick holders. Because I've got 2 or 3 sets of those. Ooh, that's hot. Just gonna wipe away some of the glue down here. There we go. So there's our lid. Crafter's Paradise. She's let you have a few things. So my mom, when she retired, she just, you know, she had huge sales right before she retired, and got rid of a lot of it, but she still had tons. And I'm like, she had stuff that was still boxed up that she hadn't got to yet. And she just started, she said, take it all. Because she was going to have a garage sale. And then when I was out there, when was I out there? Last summer? She lives in Illinois and I'm in Ohio. She told me, just take it. She knows that, you know, I sell things, and she's like, just take it and sell it. I'm like, okay. She goes, then I ain't got to deal with it. Because that's what my brother would do. It would just go, because he's back home near her, he would just throw it away. Or he would tell the people that buy the house to deal with it. He would not deal with it at all. It will probably be me that has to go back and, you know, get everything ready. Thank you, Jamie. I like making them. I've made 2 or 3. Oops. Don't go too far. I should have put some tape on there, but I'll get a small paintbrush. There, I did it again. Yeah, it's going to have a couple coats. But we'll get this one coat going. There we go. Now I'll use a smaller brush. So I practiced with these, the very, very long ones. It's an art to be able to do with them. You kind of gotta practice at it. We'll see. Don't laugh if I stick my tongue out. So this Sunday, I will be doing my first Whatnot sale. If you know what Whatnot is. I will, I put the link. I'm pretty sure I put the link. If not, I'm going to put it, I'll put it later tonight and in the morning. But it's not till tomorrow evening. Or Sunday evening, I mean. All the details will be on my page. I made a lot of fat quarters. You love your long ones? I've been practicing with them. I had this glass pumpkin that I was painting, and I wanted to put gold stripes down the middle of the sections, and it worked so well for that. And I'm like, ooh, I got to start practicing with this. Because believe it or not, it's easier to get, your long strokes that you need to cover an area, especially when you're like doing the edge of something. You can see it helps get that edge right. I like using my fan brush too to put like speckles on stuff. But this definitely, if you have trouble doing outlines of stuff, or like the edges, different sections, practice with a long brush. Because it really, once you get the hang of it, it really helps out. I gotta concentrate. You keep thinking it's Saturday. Yeah, my days run together anymore since I'm not working outside the house. Thank you, Darla. You need to practice? Yeah. I haven't practiced a whole lot, so this one's turning out pretty good. Knock on wood. No, you don't want to put a ton of paint on it, because then the paint's got to go somewhere. Oh, that turned out good. I'll have to do a second coat. But it turned out, oh, yeah, I'll have to fix that little spot of green. But it turned out so much better than just trying to do it with, just a small brush or anything. Where'd that spot go? Yeah, I'll have to put some ivory back over it. That's why I stopped talking, because I'm like, I gotta concentrate. There we go. That's turning out cute. So you could put, I don't know, silverware in it, or candies. I had candies in, someone had bought me years ago, gosh, probably 30, 40 years ago, had bought me an Americana one, because my living room's Americana. And that's how I knew how to make it. Okay, so I have 3 of these left. I don't know if I want to put them on there or not. That might be a little rough. I know I do want to put Mod Podge on it just to make the sheen. Thanks, Mary. The sheen of everything look even. And we have some time. You're pulling out your painter's tape. Every time I use painter's tape, I end up messing up the part I put the tape on, or it goes underneath of it. So I'm trying to not use it if I don't have to. Thank you, Lori. Oh, I know what we could do on the glass. I have markers, my Posca markers. I know what I've done on other watermelon stuff is put little seeds. Could draw little seeds on it. I think I did that. I made some 4x4 watermelon. I think I still have those. And I put seeds on it. So just putting a coat on this, since we got, it kind of seals in the chalk paint so it doesn't, flake off or scratch off. It's a good spot to put that. It is. I usually buy it when it's on sale, and I'll have, 3 or 4 rolls of it. My husband uses it more than I do. I hate when I put it on there too thick and it wants to bunch up. Okay, it's partially dry. Thanks, Darla. Now, to hide the difference in here. Now, since this is a flower pot, the hole for the flower pot, I can see it. Oh, that ran. Doggone it. Now we're going to fix. Now I have to fix it. Always fixing something. Guess I put too much ivory on that spot. There we go. Aw, thank you, Darla. That's what I was thinking, Mary. I think so. I don't buy candy a whole lot, but I made a little bow out of watermelon. And then I'm gonna do a wrap around. What I did was, it's 2.5 inches wide, but that it doesn't want to lay right. So we're gonna fold it to where you can just see the green. Oops, a little bit too much. I think it's too long, but we'll get it done right. Oop. If you wanted to use an iron, the one I have actually that was bought for me is made out of fabric. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kim. So we're just going to fold it like that. I folded that over, and then when I fold the green over, we'll just have that. But if you were doing it with fabric, you would just sew it. It was fabric and it had an elastic in it. Thank you, Kelly. So it kind of hugged it. I was going to put a piece of beach rope around it, and I changed my mind. Ha, surprise. So we're going to do that. I knew it was too long. So we will glue it. See how long we are now. You could glue the ribbon too, just so it stays a little bit. So you don't have to fight with two things. Thank you, Irma. So now we'll put this around here to kind of hide the intersection between the glass and the pot. It looks better with fabric. I was going to do it, but I found out that I ripped up all my watermelon fabric to make rag balls. Surprise, surprise. So we're just going to do it this way. Let's see if I can. So there's what that looks like. And then where I joined it together, I will glue the bow. So I just did a 1 loop, and then I wrapped a folded piece like I did here. I just folded it around to hide the zip tie. Yard sales. I know, ours should be starting. do you guys have town yard sales where you're at? I have to hold this here for a minute. So each town will have their own town garage sales, because that brings traffic in from other towns and everything, and so there's lots more garage sales to go to. It's actually a really good thing. But we gotta have a permit to have a garage sale. I'm like, what? I'm just holding this to make sure it's not going to move. Oh, that's so cute. Isn't that cute? I love it. I gotta put a second coat of green. But if you get one that has the flute up here, the fluted glass. I did one that did not have the flute on it, and my lid didn't want to stay on. Multifamily, yep. Hey, Shauna, thank you. So we need to put a second coat. Got about 5 or 6 minutes. So I think that clock is, yeah, it's about a minute slow. So I'm just going to go around here. I think this pot was 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches across. Thank you, Lori. My son ain't getting this one. But you could even, if you found the right size of jar, because it doesn't have to be a round bowl. It can be, you know, something like this. You know, you just need to find something to match the top. So like this is a candlestick holder, but I knew the jar would fit on it. You could do the same premise here. You could use, thank you, Belinda, a baby food jar. Of course, not a whole lot comes in. Those wee yogurts, you know, have the little jar. You could have a smaller pot and you could put it up on a tier tray. You know, whatever, make it whatever theme you wanted. I debated whether lemon. I was looking at strawberry. I even have faux strawberries somewhere. I know I have lemons. Because, you know, when you make wreaths, you always got to make a lemon wreath. Let's get a second coat on this. But I'm glad you guys come to hang out with me. And those who came back after it all blurped away. And if you ever are looking for one of my videos, like say after the 30 days, unless my project was disastrous, I put them on YouTube. There's a few I didn't put on there because whatever project I was doing just did not turn out. Listen, my great-grandma, when you went to her house, I lived in Illinois and she was out here. If you went to her house, she always had lemon drops on her coffee table. And that was the first thing, is like hug the grandma, pet the poodle, and get some lemon drops. See, one of those little wee jars, or, you know, any kind of glass you could get. Then if it's smaller, you could do, right here, you could do it with ribbon or lace. Just all kinds of different things you could do. I don't like that. I call it wee. I don't know if that's how you say it. That yogurt. I think it's a Greek yogurt. That's why I don't like it. I'm not fond of Greek yogurts. I have used them and stuff, though. Then you don't taste it. Oh, thank you. Because I have lemon, blueberry, apple, chili peppers, peach, ribbon. So I can match all kinds of stuff. But these are cute to make. And then you can just theme it, you know, whatever you want. Or make it for a friend. Put money in it. We actually have, there's a little ledge. Now I know I love watermelon. My husband doesn't, so I'll get like a half of a small one when my granddaughter comes, because she loves it too. He's like, see if the cat will eat it. She won't eat nothing human food. which I guess is good in a way, but you watch all those TikToks and reels about the cat stealing the food. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Thank you. Good to see you. So I'll turn this around just in a sec. I want to dry it real quick. Yeah, like I said, the one that was bought, the bow was out of fabric, and the piece around had elastic in it. Because I would pull it off and dust it. I haven't got to watch a whole lot of lives this morning. I'll have something to do when I'm getting ready for bed. Hi, Tracy. Thank you. Yeah, I had a little, my live just shut down. I'm like, oh no. I got most everybody back. I mean, there is so many themes that you could do this with. You could do it with chickens, Miss Tracy. I don't think I have any. My ribbon has pigs, cows, and chickens. But to do it material, you can just choose whatever. So I will probably take a Posca marker and put some little seeds on my glass. Or, oh, I have glass paint. I'll probably use that. But isn't that so cute? I just cut those little watermelons out and printed them on race paper. And then printed them out. Trust me, those little bites right there, I had to get my little scissors out. This is satin ribbon. I don't really like satin ribbon, but for this size of bow, it worked out well. But this is kind of how those bubblegum makers, the shape of it. If you wanted the little part where the bubblegum comes out, you could do it out of clay. There's all kinds of things that you could do. But thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. Make sure if you're not part of Craft Around the Clock, you jump over there and join. And watch our next presenter. I'll see you later. Bye.